Jim, all right, thank you. Joining us this midday is Dr. Holly Deemer, a psychologist with Grayson and Associates, and today we're talking about divorce and the holidays. For a lot of families, this is a tough transition.
It is. It is. Holidays are time for families are coming together, and so they're reminded of what's been lost sometimes through divorce.
And you said the key thing is you've got to put your child's needs first. Explain that.
Okay. Yeah, it's really a change in mindset. When you go through divorce, it's very natural to feel competitive with your spouse. You have to prove you're the better parent, fight for your fair share of assets and child support and time with your children. And so it's kind of shifting that mindset to one more consistent with the holiday spirit of generosity and peace in your relationships. So it's very much a mental shift. And then there are some kind of behavioral things you can do to follow up.
Exactly. And one of the things is make decisions without involving the kids in it, correct?
Yes. Some parents think, well, we'll let the kids decide. And that's just not fair. When you imagine saying to a child, do you want to spend Christmas with mommy or daddy? That's not fair. That's a no-win situation for them.
And when you talk about discuss a child's wish list and divide, not duplicate, what do you mean by that?
Parents want to outbuy the other one, and so they get the child's list and think, well, if dad's going to get a football, I'm going to get 2 footballs and the helmet, and go all out. And I think it's better for children, get their list, divide it as evenly as you can, and then spend the rest of your energy focusing on baking cookies and decorating a tree and playing football in the yard. More of that quality time.
I know this can be touchy too, is dividing the holidays, because there's always one parent that wants the kids with them for Christmas. How do you do this?
Well, it can depend. If the parents are in the same town, you can alternate Christmas Eve with one and Christmas Day with the other. And then the next year switch it up so that it's always fair. If they're not in the same town, you can alternate Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then again, the next year you switch it up. And the beauty of doing that is you decide it now, it's fair over the long haul, and you don't have this argument year after year after year. It's decided.
Do you think, though, sometimes for kids, does that get confusing? Like if they're used to their primary home, they're used to opening the gifts there, does that get confusing or no?
I think initially it can be, but that's why you plan early on. And you don't change the plans, and then you kind of build it up and talk to the kids about how great it's going to be. Whatever you've decided, you make it positive for them.
And then it becomes part of the routine.
Exactly. Then it becomes the new routine.
All right, Holly, as always, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very helpful information.
Thank you.
Okay, Jim?